All right, guys. All right. Welcome to Frank Teaches MLOps. Yeah, my lovely viewers. Yes. So, guys, we are gradually transitioning into production. We are moving towards production. All right. So, at this stage now, all right, we are now in production. So, this is what we are going to be doing in today's video. In today's video, we shall be performing continuous deployment of ML model, all right, with Jenkins, Kubeflow, and Kubernetes. I repeat, continuous deployment. This means that everything will now be what? Automated, automatic. Everything will be automated. All right. So there won't be any in between, any manual process. This is complete automation. So this is a case of continuous deployment in conventional DevOps. In conventional DevOps. So I have a video I did some times ago, right? So this is my video, right? Continuous deployment with Jenkins and Kubernetes. So guys, this video is the highest. It is this video makes you a DevOps engineer. If you've not watched this video, please, guys, go and rush and watch this video. This video is a game changer. When you watch this video, come back to this ML model continuous deployment. Continuous deployment of what? Of your ML model. I hope you're still recording. Great. Continuous deployment of your what? ML model. Without further ado, guys, let's get started. Right? So you may have seen my previous video on Kubeflow. Let's check out for Kubeflow. So Kubeflow, guys. So if you've not seen my last video I did a video deploying and packaging ML models with Kubeflow pipelines, Kubernetes, and AWS S3. So this is all right. So this is an extension. Continuous deployment is an extension of this video I did. All right, this video I did. You need to watch everything I've done so far on Kubeflow. Understanding Kubeflow SDK API reference is going to help a whole lot, guys. It's going to help a whole lot. All right, let's get started, guys. Great. Now, this is my architecture. It's an easy to understand architecture. So this is the flow. On GitHub, this is my GitHub. I have a Docker file. I have my model.py. So this is where I've defined my model.py file. I have my inference file. My inference file is my app.py. So this is a file that does the prediction. All right. Then I have my deploy.yaml. So this is my deploy.yaml is my Kubernetes manifest. Now I have my requirement.txt file. So my requirement.txt file is a Python file that I use to install all the modules that I need. Now, if I come over here now, this is the repository we will be using, right? The GitHub repository. So I have a Docker file, all right? So I will come to explain each and every item because you need to understand what's inside of this. However, I have explained especially the model.py, all right? But I will explain Docker file and the inference file and deploy.yaml, right? Requirements you already know, but I'll still explain. Now this is our diagram, right? So Jenkins is going to get GitHub is going to integrate, all right, all of this code, the repository into what Jenkins, meaning that Jenkins will pull it. Jenkins will pull this code, right? So Jenkins pulls this code from what GitHub. Jenkins has access to the entire code, right? Now I'm going to create a job. You could create a job, Jenkins job, you could create a Jenkins pipeline, whichever one that suits you. All right. Now you create a job. This job now is going to do several things. First, this job is going to build this model using what? Python. It's going to run this model. The moment it runs this model has a lot of things I've added. There are a lot of other cosmetics in this model. Aside the original ML model, there are other things that makes the model deployment very easy, all right, in an operations way. Okay, so now Jenkins is going to take this model, all right, whatever that is in this model, I'm going to show us. Jenkins will not use this model. It will trigger a pipeline on Kubeflow. It will trigger a pipeline on Kubeflow, all right? Kubeflow will execute the pipeline. In turn, Kubeflow is going to what? Download a data set that I have on my what? On my S3 bucket. So there's a data set. My data set is coming from here. So this should be direction as well. Um, okay. So there is a data set that is exchanging a data set. So based on the data set, the model will be built. All right. So everything is happening within seconds, guys. Okay. So once the data set has been built and the model has, sorry, the data set has been moved, the model has been built, right? The artifacts from the model, all right? The artifacts, okay, will be published towards back to S3. So that's why we have what? The model artifact as a .pickle file. Now, it will publish there. However, this model, all right, will be made available to what? To Docker, right? So Docker will have the model, and Docker will now Dockerize all of these, Dockerize all the code base applications, right? Now there's still a stage that Jenkins, all right, Jenkins is doing the whole thing. Jenkins will now what? With the help of Docker, publish the Dockerized ML model as an image to your Docker hub. So the image now will be saved in what? In your Docker registry. All right. Now, while the image is there on your Docker registry, Jenkins needs to now perform a deployment into what? Your Kubernetes cluster. So Jenkins is going to use what? Your deploy.yaml file. In this file, your Docker image has been referenced. All right. So Jenkins will now deploy this manifest, all right, which has the ML model into your Kubernetes cluster. We have some other guy here, Postman. Sorry, Postman. So with the help of Postman, we can now test our model. All right, our model has been deployed. How do we test that our model is working? All right, let me check this. Good. Copy. So with the help of Postman, all right, Postman is a standalone, right? So we now have, it should be here, I think. So now there's an endpoint, the model endpoint, all right? So I'm going to expose the application. So the application runs on port 5000, right? So I'm going to, it's like an API, all right? The model, right? So I'm going to what? Execute the deployed model, all right? Deployed model on what? On Postman, all right? So this guy is going to fetch, the model from here and execute it. And we're going to see what? The model in action. So this is the flow, guys. All right. I hope I'm still recording. Great. So this is a flow of how the model would be deployed and tested. Without further ado, let's then go to GitHub and start looking at what? These files. I'll come to GitHub. So the first file is my model.py. So in my model.py, you already know that I've explained all of these stages already in this video. Deploying and packaging ML models with Kubeflow pipelines, Kubernetes, and AWS S3. I've already done that in that video. All right. So if you've not watched that video, please rush. Go and watch that video. All right, go and watch that video. Okay, so all of these will be what will be performed. All of these will be performed. Take your time, watch the video. All right, watch the video. Great. Now, let's look at the inference file app.py. So this app.py, okay, this way I'm using that pickle, okay. So I'm also using the Flask application. So I'm wrapping my model, my prediction, all right, as a Python container, okay, by using what a Flask, okay. So Flask is doing all of that for me. So now I'm testing the Flask. I'm testing my application. So my app.routes, all right, I'm using the get method, all right, to return a message. I create a function home. Return this message, welcome to what renter price prediction API. All right. So we're going to see this when we start practice, when we start testing this application. Then the next route is my slash predict. Okay. So I'm going to send a post request to my what API, and the model, which is a pickle, right, and all of that. These, they are all defined here. So these are things we shall what look into. All right, shall what look into. That's all, guys. So this is a reference file. All right, here's a reference file. Then deploy the YAML. So this is your normal Kubernetes deployment, which you already know, right? So this is where I'm referencing the image. All right. So this is my service. Okay. I think that's almost all. Then requirement.txt. So these are what the Python libraries, modules I'll be installing: NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn, and Flask. Then finally is the Docker file. All right. So I created a Docker file based on the Python image, working directory, copy your what's it called, your requirement.txt, installing the modules in the requirement.txt file, then copying the model. So when this model will be uploaded, right, it will be made available. Okay, right. You see the stage during our Jenkins job. It will be made available and be copied into what? Into the image, right? Then we are copying our inference file into the image. We are exposing port 5000, and we are creating a process with our inference file. That's all, guys. That's all. At the end of the day, once all of these has been deployed into our Kubernetes cluster, we shall now bring what? A postman, right, for testing that endpoint. For testing what? That endpoint. Okay, so great, guys. Let's get started. All right, so I have set up Kubernetes locally. Sorry, I've set up Kubernetes locally. I've also set up Jenkins locally, and I've set up Kubeflow. Kubeflow is coming from my Kubernetes cluster. So I have my Kubeflow here already. So let me bring up my Jenkins. So my Jenkins is somewhere. My Jenkins, where are you? Where are you? So now the way I've installed Jenkins is very simple, straightforward, without no stress. I've used the Jenkins jar file. So I went to jenkins.io. Let me explain. I went to download, and I downloaded this jar file, generic Java package. All right, the WAR file, sorry, the WAR file. I downloaded this WAR file, and I moved it to my C drive. Let's go to our C drive. Let's go to my C drive. This PC C. So on my C drive, I created a directory called Jenkins, right? So inside of this folder, I have the war file, Jenkins on war. Is this war file I'm going to what? Execute, all right? So I'll come to my terminal, right? So I'll go to that part, change directory, Jenkins. I'm in there now. So if I list directory, I should see what? The war file. Now I'll use java-jar to execute what? To execute the what? The Jenkins war file. To execute the Jenkins one. So once I do this, my Jenkins should be up. So you can see my Jenkins is coming up. So my Jenkins runs on port 8080. So what I will do, come to my browser, I'll say localhost column 8080. So I should have my Jenkins server up and running. All right, I should have my Jenkins server up and running. So guys, it's going to be a very straightforward thing. Because of time, we wouldn't want to waste much time. Admin and my password is that. So my environment variable, I I I need to enable my environment variable, guys. All right. So let me open here and then go to console. So go to console and I go to my I am. Let me put this off for a minute, guys. Apologies. Okay. All right. I go to my I am and go to my user. So mind you, you have to create. I've explained all of that in this previous video, which I asked you to go and watch. So please watch it. All right, watch it. Okay, great guys, great. So let's come back. Um, great. Okay, so presents good. All right, guys, we're back. All right. So now, yeah. So what I will do now, come to Jenkins and I'll click on new item. All right. I'll call this ML Q. I can say Kubeflow deploy. ML Kubeflow deploy. It's going to be a freestyle project, and I'll click on what OK. All right. I'll click on OK. So I'll click on OK. Let's wait. Let's wait. Click on OK. Yeah, great. So I'll scroll down. Source code management. So my source code management is Git. So I'll come to my what? My repository, test ML. All right. And I'm going to copy this. All right. Click on code, HTTP, copy my repository, come over here and paste it over there. All right. Great, guys. Great. Good. Now I'll scroll to the bottom. Mind you, my environment is my platform is Windows. All right. So everything runs on Windows. So I'll come towards build steps. On that build steps, I'll look at what execute Windows bash commands. All right. Execute Windows bash commands. Why? Because I'm running everything within what Windows. Execute Windows bash commands. So let's go and copy my the code from my previous build, which I did. I've done this from this job. All right. So let me explain. All right. So just copy and paste, and we should be good. It should be good. All right. So now this is what's happening. This is what Jenkins is doing. Let me copy it out from here so that I can explain. I will explain and go back, copy, copy, come over here and add another build step, execute Windows bash command. Right, great. So let's start explaining. So first thing first, Jenkins is creating a directory, right, inside the Jenkins workspace, right? It creates a directory called what? Model. Now, it now uses what? Python to run this model, all right? To build this model, right? Python model.py. So Python model.py is going to trigger a whole lot of things. Once that instruction runs, it's going to trigger a pipeline on Kubeflow. Kubeflow will run a job, and all right, it will use the data set to copy the data set from S3 back to Kubeflow. You run the job, and Kubeflow will now finally upload the the packaged model as an artifact to your what? Back to your what? Amazon S3. All right, back to your Amazon S3. Okay, right. Now this didn't work for me. I needed a break, right? Because when this runs, all right, it takes some time before this will happen, right? So the first time we run this command is going to fail. It's going to fail because this file is not available yet on your S3. All right, it's not available on the S3 for it to be copied because all of this happens within seconds. All right. So Windows, there are so many drawback, all right, doing this on Windows, right? So I've already done it on Windows. If I had known, I would have done it on Bash, all right. But in my next video, that will be maybe a consulting level, all right. I want to do it using what, Linux, all right. So Linux is very easier. Okay. So was looking for a way to set a break, kind of a sleep. In Bash is called a sleep, or in Bash script. So in here, I've tried several methods to put a pause, all right, about 300 seconds, all right, for there to be a pause so that this file will be available on my S3 before it can be what, copied into what, this location, right? But bear in mind that the pipeline is going to fail for the first time. After that, run the second time, it will now run because of the availability of this file, all right? So that's it, guys, all right? Now, once this has been downloaded, it will now be available to what, for Docker file. Look at this now. It will be available for your Docker file. So your Docker file will now copy that file in this location into what, into the image. All of this is happening within Jenkins workspace. All right. Now Docker will now what, Dockerize. Docker build Dockerize this image, then tag it based on my Docker registry. All right. Then do a push, publish the image towards to Docker Hub. So this image will now be pushed towards Docker Hub. All right. Now from here, okay, from here, I think I didn't finish. From here, we're now going towards deploy. Where's the path? Duplicate. We're now going towards deploy the manifest, the Kubernetes manifest to your Kubernetes cluster. Where's the last part? The last part is think I have yeah, so execute another bash command. So the last part will now be this kubectl apply, and we are good. So come back here, execute Windows bash commands, and paste it, vam. All right, we are good, guys, with the deployed.yaml file, which we already have here already. So you can see it's a step-by-step and easy to follow, guys. Easy to follow. That being said, let's save, let's apply and save, and we are good. All right. Remember, the pipeline will fail for the first time. Right. So let's keep an eye on our Kubeflow. Right. We're going to keep an eye on our Kubeflow. So let's build the pipeline. So build the pipeline. So we are building the pipeline. So the pipeline is running. All right. So let's check what and what is the job doing. All right. So now it has, at this stage, all right, at this stage already, it has what, created an experiment on Kubeflow. Let's go to Kubeflow. If I refresh now, you see an experiment. So I've refreshed pipeline. Why is it? Okay, runs. So I come to runs. We have a runs already. All right. So it should create an experiment here already. All right, notwithstanding. So runs is here. The run is executing. So if I open this run, we should see it's already there already. Right. So what's the time? The time now is 1:31. Right. That's the time. So you can see here 1:32 p.m. Today's date is 21st, 1:32. So this is running. So this will fail. The first, it has failed. All right. It has failed because it's not seeing this file to copy. It's not seeing this file to copy. So if I go to my S3, let's go to our S3 now, console. So if I go to my S3 now, I should not see anything because there is no file to be copied. Let's check my S3 quickly. All right. The pipeline has failed. Even on Kubeflow is going to fail as well. All right. Okay, this is not going to fail. It's going to perform, finish its tasks. But when I run the pipeline the second time, then it's going to succeed. Why is it taking some time? Console, AWS. Sign into console. All right, so we are in. So let's go to S3. So if I go to S3, let's go to S3, and let's go to S3, and my bucket is this. That's the name of my bucket. You can see I have my data sets. Yes, my data sets, which I have it already. Then I have my model. Yes, my model. All right. So far the job on Kubeflow has not finished running. So once the job finished running, we should see a file here. We should see a file, right? We should see this file. Where's the file? Right? Configure. We should see this file to be copied. All right. We should see this file to be copied. Here's a file. All right. Rental prediction dot pico file. All right. We should see it here. So I think it should be done. It's done now. So on Kubeflow, the job has completed successfully. So if I come to AWS S3, if I refresh this, I should see this file. I can see the file. Now let's go back to Jenkins and rerun the pipeline. All right. So rebuild that pipeline. So everything should be successful and deployment should be made to our Kubernetes cluster. All right. Deployment should be made to our Kubernetes cluster. So I'm going to open one other terminal. All right. So kubectl get pod. So nothing is here. So let me watch this dash w. So let's watch this space. So it's running, it's building. All right. So it was a success. You can see now it was successful. So first thing first, I also need to open my Docker. Do I need to open that? No. Successful. And let's check our, can you see now? So it has deployed the machine learning model into our Kubernetes cluster. You can see is now running, right? Is now running. So from here, you can see we've been able to what deploy based on this image. We've deployed our model as a container into our Kubernetes what cluster, and as you can see, it is running. So Control C. So if I say kubectl get service, all in the default namespace, can see the test MLOps service is running on port what? Port 5000. So we are all set, guys. All deployment has been successful. The next thing we need to do now is to test the application. So to do that, what do we do? So what I will do now is I'm going to what? Port forward this application. So I'll say kubectl forward port forward the service. The service is what? Test dash ML app. All right, on port 5000 to 5000 in the default namespace. So I enter. So this service has been port forwarded. So all I need to do now is I need to open my words Postman. So I will search my Postman. So this is my Postman app. I'll bring up my Postman app. Okay, my Postman app is coming up. It's coming up. I hope I'm still recording. Perfect. Right. So my Postman app is coming up. Let's wait for some time. So here's my Postman app. Okay. So what I will now do is simple. I'll go to the get method. All right. Come here and I'll type localhost column 5000. So this application talks on port 5000. So I'll click on what? Send. Send this now. I should get a response. Welcome to rental price prediction. As you can see, what we have here in my inference file, right? What do we have here? We have what? Welcome page. Welcome to what? Rental price prediction API. So that's what we are getting from here. Welcome to rental price prediction API. Good, guys. Now let's check the prediction. So to check the prediction, I'll say what? /predict. /predict, and the method is what? It's a post method. And I'll click on body. I'll go to JSON. What you see here is text. To change it from text to what? To JSON. So I'm testing for these features. So these are the features I'm testing. Based on these features, I want to what? Get a predicted price. Right now, I'm looking for a 2-room with 600 meter square foot area. Right, 600 what? Square foot area. So if this is my choice, right, what should be the price for such feature? So I press one, click on send. So based on my requirements, the predicted price will be what? $1,146.022222 right? So the rental prediction using built model v5 is this, and that. All right, great. So maybe if I've updated the model, right? So I went in app.this. Let's edit. Let's make some editing. Come over here. Let's say this is now version 6, right? This is now version 6. So I commit. Okay, I've made a commit, right? Great. So I need to delete this file, all right, because it has the old method. I'll look for a way to set up a kind of what's it called, a timer, a delay, right? So if you know how to do that, please drop it in the comment section, guys. Drop that in the comment section, right? So we'll have it that free. So let me rerun this pipeline. Run this pipeline. So build this. Definitely the first time it will fail, while the second time it will go through because of the presence of my .pico file, right? So great. So let's wait. So this must have sent something to, if I refresh this now, right? So we have a new run. There's a new run now. This is a new run. You can see it's a new run. Okay. So it has sent a request, a build request towards to a build trigger to my Kubeflow. All right, my Kubeflow. So it has failed. So let's just wait for the file to be available on my S3. Once it's available, now rerun the pipeline one more time. Right. So guys, you can see how beautiful it is, right? To interconnect all of these what's it called, tools to work in synergy, right? To work in synergy in making sure your model is deployed into what? Into production, right? And you also saw how we tested it using what? Postman, right? You saw how we tested it what? Using what? Postman. So let's check, guys. Let's just check. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to get completed. It will soon get completed. Okay, so guys, please, I beg of you, all right, kindly share this video, guys. Please comment, please, guys, please, right? So MLOps is something very new and it's still very strange to people, but we are doing our best making sure that people get the concept the same way we did during DevOps, all right, during the era of DevOps. And now we are now expanding. All right. So MLOps is an extension of DevOps, right? So we're expanding. So MLOps is still very vague to people. It's still very like, looking like a mirage. But however, I started MLOps, I would say 2 years ago, right? Duplicate. So I have my first video I did on MLOps, understanding MLOps. Let's look at that video quickly. So while we are waiting for that, so this video. So guys, this is ML and MLOps introduction. All right. So if you've not watched this video, guys, go and watch this video. Go and watch this video. I did justice to this video, guys. I did justice to this video. This was 2 years ago, 2023. 2 years ago, I did this video. So guys, you have to watch the video. So let's check now. If I refresh, the file should not be available. Okay, it's not there yet. It's not there. Let's check our pipeline. So it's taking some time. Let's say maximum of 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes for all of these to happen, right? 5 minutes for all of that to happen. It takes about 5 minutes. Mm, just wait. So like I was saying, guys, go and watch this video, right? This video is a game changer, guys. If you not watch this video, you have to watch this video to know how to start with what? ML flow, ML and ML. So now I have the file is now available. So let me now rerun the pipeline, rerun this, and we should be fine. So once we rerun that, so it's now getting run, we'll check what's it called, we'll check um our pipe, I will check our cluster, Kubernetes get pod. Oh, sorry. This was the old one, all right? So this one has to get destroyed. So let's watch it. All right, let's watch it. So our pipeline was okay. It's coming up, guys. Refresh is getting deployed. Let's watch. Let's watch. All right, so it was successful. So any moment from now, this should come up any moment. um 8 minutes ago. We should have, so pipeline was successful. Let's check our deployments. So why is it not coming up? Control C. um why deployment never happened? Let's check why. Let's check why. Let's check. Configured on chain. Yes, now it was successful. All right, so let's check what has transpired. I don't know why it's not coming up. Right now, let's still check if anything actually did change. Let's send this one more time. Okay. Okay, so let's port forward. Let's do a port forwarding. Port forward. There we go. Okay, come back here and send this one more time. Okay, deployment is not happening. I don't know why deployment is not happening. Oh, is that image? The image still maintains that. So I'm supposed to version my Docker image. All right. So if I should have versioned the Docker image as in tagging, I would have given it a proper tagging. So, but latest tag, it will not change because it still uses that same tag. All right. So that's it, guys. So you can always make those amends. All right. These are small amends that you can always make. Okay. These are smaller amends that you can always make. So the error is coming here. It's coming here. So if I delete that image from my registry, which is not supposed to be like that, right? All right. If I delete it from my Docker Hub registry, we should have version 6. Okay, we should have version 6. Yeah, we should have version 6 because from my Docker file, it's still maintaining this tag, and nothing will change from this tag latest. All right, it won't change anything. Okay, unless the image is deleted from your Docker registry. So let's go there, hub.docker.com. Let me see if I can still. We are done, guys. I'm just doing finishing touching. So this is the image. So go there 3 minutes ago. So let me settings, and we can delete delete that, delete this copy, but in production should not be like this. It's not a good practice. All right, but in production we can always correct it. We'll correct it. All right, gone, guys. So let's rerun the pipeline. All right, rerun. We still have our file. That's okay. Rebuild that, and we should be good. So you might want to use build IDs, right? Build IDs as the tag. Okay, build IDs as a tag. So let's see if everything goes well. We should be fine. Should be fine. All right. All right. So she gets a new deployment. So let's watch our guy. Let's watch it. It's failing. Let's say why is it failing? Okay. It shouldn't have failed now. Um, because it's creating it somewhere here. Right. Shouldn't have failed. So build shouldn't have failed. Why is it failing? Mm, should target configure. So let me give it a new tag instead of that. So let's call this not latest, column v1. All right. So column v1 to column v1. All right. So we got that. So save. And let's see. Let's see. We are through, guys. We are through. Let's just wait for the final touch. For the final touch. For the final touch. For the final touch. Let's wait for the final touch. Let's wait for the final touch. We're almost done. We're done, guys. Let's wait for the final touch. All right. So refresh. Okay, that guy is not here. It's been a failure. He's still pushing. Should push now. Still pushing. Still pushing. Still pushing. Using tag latest. Why is it taking the whole day? Taking the whole day. Let's just wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Ba 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 ba. So this can always be corrected, maybe in my subsequent build. Um, right. So for us not to waste much of our time, yeah. So you've seen the aspect that happened, and we did the test. So just want to see this goes through. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It's taking too much time. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It's taking too much time. All right, let me kill this build. Let me kill this build. Let me kill that build. All right, let me kill that build. Kill this so that this build number 7 should start. Kill it. Um, kill it. Yes, kill it. All right, so let's start build number 7. Okay. So why is that tag hanging? Why is it? Why is it hanging? Why is it hanging? Don't worry, it's normal. Right. Why is it hanging? So image built, image tagged. So why is it using the latest? Docker push. Come, didn't I change that Docker push? Config. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, sorry. There's gonna be an error. All right. There's gonna be an error. So let me cancel as well. To cancel 7. So it will take some time to cancel 7. To cancel 7. It was pushing the wrong tag. The wrong tag. It was pushing the wrong tag. It was pushing the wrong tag. Okay, this should be fine. I think copy the model. We have a good. All right. So it's building based on V1. Okay. All right. So where is it again? So tag and it's now doing a push, docker push v1. All right. So this layers already exists. So our image, our deploy.image, we're gonna have error though. So deploy.image should be no longer be this, rather it should be v1. Should be v1, right? So in production, all of this should be picked up automatically, right? So I have a pipeline I was trying to write, though because it is Windows, right? So I was facing some challenges, right? But in Bash, it's a straightforward thing, very straightforward, guys. All right, very straightforward, right? So because of time, guys, all right. So yeah, so this as well, you're going to have a wrong image. You're going to have a wrong image. I don't know why. It's because of the repository I deleted. Okay, so all right, guys, so that's it. So you've seen the first test that we did with our postman. Everything was successful. I just needed to change this model version to version 6. That's why we start, you see, we start having these whole challenges. So thank you, guys. So that being said, I want to bring this video, these tutorials to an end. All right. But one more last time, let me build this one more last time. Please, guys, please share this video among your friends. Share, and share with your friends. Okay, share with your friends. Share with your friends. Let's share with your friends. Okay, share this among your friends. Okay, share with your friends. Share with your friends, and let's show love, guys. All right, let's show love. So thank you, guys. Thank you, and have a lovely week ahead. Thank you. Right. So all of this is just is a very common thing. You can always modify. You can always change. The main picture is, which you've already seen. We've executed the main picture. We've automated everything, and voila. All right, and we've tested the API, the model using what Postman. All right, and you saw how everything worked. Thank you, and don't forget to like, share, give your comments, guys. Give a comment on the video. Thank you, and see you in our next episode. Peace out.